Art school and higher education in general is becoming increasingly unaffordable. The average college student here in the US takes on between $30,000 to $50,000 worth of debt. That's a lot of money. But my point is that all of that debt is kind of unnecessary. Because here's the truth. If you're willing to put in the work yourself, you can get a comparable education for a fraction of the price compared to a traditional 4-year art university degree. And if that's the thing that interests you, here are the platforms that I genuinely would recommend you to check out to get started. And thank you, as always, to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. The first art school alternative, I guess you could say, that I want to recommend is New Masters Academy. NMA is by far the platform that I would recommend to every single artist for the sheer amount of foundations courses they have available. Things like drawing, anatomy, sight size, drawing, color theory, composition, painting, animating, sketching, ideating, concept art, all of that stuff they cover in depth on their platform. They have not like just one foundations course, not like one drawing course, but they have a ton of drawing courses taught in different methods by different instructors. That is truly, I think, the massive benefit of their platform. Every like thing that you could think of as like a foundational skill to art, they cover at least 3 different ways at NMA. It is truly an insane amount of value. A good grasp of art fundamentals like color theory, drawing, anatomy, composition, perspective, etc. are all really important regardless of the kind of artist that you want to be. I genuinely don't care if you want to draw anime or like a Steven Universe kind of cartoon style. You need to understand anatomy, and NMA is, I think, the best resource online to teach that to you. But aside from just foundations, NMA is a really good platform all around. They have a ton of courses, like a truly mind-boggling amount of courses. When I first joined NMA a few years ago, I was honestly really intimidated by all the stuff they had on offer, and they've only expanded their catalog since then. Luckily though, they just changed their website to basically allow you to like pick a track, like landscape painting, drawing, sculpting, animating, etc. And then they have like a curriculum of all of the different courses kind of tailor-made for you, depending on the kind of track that you want to go down. All of their courses are mostly on demand, meaning they don't have like a lot of accountability built in. It's not like a live cohort-based course where you have lectures at certain times and you have like homework that you're submitting. It's not really like that. They do have a community that they built on Discord that I really enjoy. I think it's a great community, but it can be a struggle to finish their courses just because you don't have the pressure of a traditional college environment. That being said though, they are increasingly offering live classes as a component to like their higher priced package of their subscription tiers, which have kind of that same structure of a traditional university. They have lectures at certain times and you kind of go through the class in like a cohort-based system. They have like live feedback sessions, etc. And they also have coaching available for purchase within the platform. So I think NMA is really valuable in that it is trying to kind of do everything for you that a traditional art university would do. And the courses at NMA are taught by really highly skilled professional artists. These people are vetted, they are good at what they do, they are considered masters, experts in their field, and it really shows. That being said though, sometimes the teachers on this platform are not like, they're not YouTubers, you know what I mean? They don't have like a good, vibrant on-camera presence sometimes. They're not the most charismatic always. They don't like emote. The editing's not super snappy. It's not a YouTube video, is what I'm saying, okay? If you are expecting the snappiness, the charisma, the, I don't know, exuberance of a YouTube video, you're not gonna get that there. And their classes are oftentimes a little bit slow, so I often watch them at 2x speed. But that being said, it is super, super valuable. and the knowledge that you can gain there is truly unmatched. In terms of pricing, NMA is, I think, a little bit on the higher end, for sure, of a monthly subscription. Their kind of lower tier costs $36 a month when billed annually. The tier that I would actually recommend is even higher than that. It's $60 a month. This gives you access to their reference photo library, their like 3D reference library, which is kind of cool. Like they have like all of these sculptures and stuff that you can study from different lighting angles, etc. You also get access on this tier to the recordings of their live classes, which I think gives you the kind of the benefit of everything without having to go toward the higher price tier, which is a lot of money. I know it's an investment. I know that it costs a lot. They do have sales often throughout the year for like really steep percentages. And to be honest with you, I think it is the platform that I would recommend the most out of any of these. It is absolutely the highest value option just because of the sheer amount of content they offer on the platform. Let's get into the second art school alternative that I have for you guys, which is Proco. Proco is widely considered to be in the Art YouTube Hall of Fame, and for good reason. His course platform is great, it's fantastic, but I think the real advantage with Proco comes with like just the sheer amount of content that he has available totally for free on his channel on YouTube. There is something to be said for having just an insane amount of stuff out there totally for free so that your prospective students can kind of like check you out and see if your teaching style is something they vibe with before they have to spend even a single dollar of their own money. That is the real insane advantage here. Proco, his courses are somewhat expensive. They are on the higher end. I saw some bundles that ranged between $300 to $800 for multiple courses, and I saw a couple of courses that were like under $100. So it is somewhat of an investment for sure if you go into it, but maybe you get enough value out of his free content that you don't even need his courses. So that is something to consider as well. I also think it's worth noting here that Proco's courses are offered on demand. It is not a live cohort-based system, so you want to make sure that you are actually doing the stuff to get value out of it, because the big problem with on-demand courses is the lack of accountability. Maybe find a study group, join a Discord server, etc. to get some accountability there, because it is a challenge to finish on-demand courses sometimes. And if you're spending that money, you want to make sure that you are actually getting enough value out of it. The next art school alternative that I want to share with you guys is CG Master Academy. So I'm going to level with you here. I have not tried CG Master Academy personally, but there are so many amazing reviews of it online, and I know people personally that really enjoy the platform. They primarily focus on 3 industries: concept art, game art, and VFX. And all of these industries are ones where your portfolio is really the thing that will get you the job. You don't need a degree to enter into these fields. It is truly a matter of like who has the connections and who has the best artwork, and can you keep up with the pace of the demands of a studio environment. And across those 3 industries, concept art, game art, and VFX, CGMA has over 130 plus courses that they've bundled together into 11 distinct tracks. These tracks basically represent unique pathways you can go down in the 3 industries they cover. So in their Game Art Academy, they offer 3 different tracks students can go down: the 3D character arts track, the 3D environments track, and the 3D rigging track. All of these tracks are pretty high priced. One thing that I don't like about CGMA, on the surface at least, is that their pricing can be kind of hard to find on their website. Their courses look professional and beautiful and amazing. They're also live cohort based, so there is a lot of accountability built in. They offer their courses on a kind of a very similar to like a traditional university kind of schedule. They have terms with registration and live lectures and, all of the good stuff for accountability. But their pricing is hard to find, I noticed, and pretty high when I was able to find it. I managed to find a tuition comparison page on their website that lists the average cost of a single learning track, those 11 tracks that I mentioned, as somewhere between $6,000 to $10,000 in price. That is pretty spendy. That's absolutely the highest priced option on this list. And I mean, I don't know, think of all of the courses that you could buy for that much money on like these other platforms, right? That being said, it could be worth it for you, right? What I would personally recommend is to not go for like the track right away, especially if you haven't done a CGMA course before and you don't know what their teaching style is like. I would recommend take one class, see how much that is, see if it works for you, see if like you vibe with it, and go from there, but don't go all in right away. They also do offer a lot of payment options on their website, and they note that a lot of their students have their tuition covered, at least in part, by their eventual employers or their current employers. So if you're working at a studio right now, you could get some of this cost covered by your employer, which I think is a great service they offer. But before we get into the rest of the items on this list, I do want to thank our sponsor for this video, Squarespace. I made over $18,000 last year just from digital products, and Squarespace is the reason that happened. Squarespace has been crucial to the growth of my business, and I want you to understand exactly how it can help you. Squarespace makes it really easy to sell physical or digital products, display your work, grow your audience, and so much more. Squarespace's Fluid Engine allows you to design your website exactly how you would like. And with their new courses feature, you can host and sell online courses on your own website, which is a really cool addition. Every year, Squarespace adds brand new high-value features to their service, and their a la carte pricing means that you get all of the features that you do want and none of the ones that you don't. So if you're looking for the perfect tool to propel your business to new heights, click the link in the description or go to squarespace.com/Kelsey Rodriguez and use code Kelsey Rodriguez at checkout to get 10% off your first order of a website or domain and to support the channel. Thank you again to Squarespace, and now back to the video. The fourth art school alternative that I want to recommend is SVS, also known as the School of Visual Storytelling. What I like about SVS is their relatively narrow focus. They are really just trying to build out a curriculum for aspiring illustrators and helping them build a really, really solid portfolio. And their built-in curriculum means that you always know exactly what you're going to do next. You don't have the same analysis paralysis that you would using a platform like NMA that offers so many courses that can be really, really intimidating. At SVS, you know exactly what you're doing next, and I really like that about them. They're also really affordable. Their average monthly subscription price is $30 a month, and that is by far, I think, one of the most affordable options on this list. Oh, in addition to that, I totally forgot to mention, they offer a 10-week children's book illustration course, which is really cool. So once you take their foundations class, you can also take the children's book illustration class and get 2 courses for one price, basically, which is awesome. The fifth art school alternative that I want to mention is Schoolism. Schoolism is also one of the more affordable options on this list. They charge, I think, $30 a month for their cheapest monthly subscription, but they're also new to the scene. And this means that unfortunately, they don't have the same value that I think the other platforms on this list offer. They don't have as many courses, but the courses they do offer are kind of hard to find elsewhere. Like Nathan Folks, for example, is an amazing concept artist, and he has a lot of classes on Schoolism. He is by far my favorite instructor on Schoolism, and I think that his classes in particular are really high value. So you might find classes on Schoolism that you really enjoy that aren't being offered elsewhere that holds that appeal for you. They're really gearing themselves toward traditional illustrators, traditional artists, and there is absolutely something to be said for that for sure, but I do want to let you know they are for a particular kind of person that might not be you. But that being said, if you vibe with their stuff, definitely check them out because their classes are genuinely a really high value. I also do want to bring up here the courses and mentorship programs that are offered by independent individual artists. You don't need to invest in one of these big platforms to get a really high quality art education. You could get a course by Chelsea Lang, join the mentorship program that Adam Duff offers, join Adam Vickery's mentorship program, his online courses. There are so many artists out there that offer classes that are teaching their knowledge to the next generation that I think it's really worth checking out. And I'm gonna be honest, sometimes you're gonna have a really hard time finding the kind of artist that you wanna be represented in these platforms because they're trying to gear themselves toward a very particular kind of person. And you might have really good luck finding an individual mentorship program that perfectly matches the kind of artist that you want to be and just learning from that one person. You also don't necessarily have to choose. You could invest in one of these big platforms like NMA and then also do an individual mentorship program by Adam Duff or Jeremy Vickery. Or I recently found an artist that offers these courses on her website that's called the Landscape Atelier. That is exactly what I want, like 19th, 20th century tonalist painting landscapes that are like dreamy and, I don't know, moody and like so cool. And I would not be able to find courses like that on a big platform like NMA just because it's a really niche subject. You could try every single course and every single platform on this list and probably not even come close to what it would cost for a single semester of traditional art education here in the US. It is that expensive. I'm not trying to shit on college here. I liked my college experience before it was ruined by the pandemic, but it's really expensive and there are going to be gaps in that education and it's not going to be affordable for a lot of people. These platforms and the communities they offer are genuinely viable alternatives to art school if you are dedicated and someone that can hold themselves accountable and really self-study. If studying on your own like this is something that you're genuinely really interested in but you don't know where to start and you feel overwhelmed, consider watching one of the videos on the screen right now to learn more about how I'm doing this. And yeah, that's it from me. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.